So normally I will eat mainly eggs for breakfast. Sometimes I'll skip lunch. Sometimes I'll have a piece of chicken, or maybe a bowl of beans, black beans, red kidney beans, and maybe some corn mixed in with it. Dinner, I usually have a good dinner. One of my favorites is shrimp and grits. But I changed how I cook, how I make everything. Nothing's from a box, and I make sure that there's no additives like maltodextrose or oils, seed oils. I try to make sure that all that stuff is not on the ingredient list of the can if I'm using a canned good. So I'm very picky about what I get. Like I said before, I mainly cut out seed oils, but I've cut out other things like the dyes, the titanium dioxide. But as far as what I eat, let's see, I do like shrimp and grits, steak, avocado. I like burritos. I eat burritos frequently. And what I do is I'll make some chicken cooked in butter only, and then I'll cut up an onion, 3 bell peppers, cook that in either butter or extra virgin olive oil, and that with the chicken, have a burrito or two. Come on. But yeah, a month ago I couldn't do this. So I'll just keep track of progress. Keep recording the videos because they are motivating me to keep on with this, to keep up with this. My doctor said that it was probably the increased exercise that's making the difference. No, that's not it. That's not it. Because I couldn't exercise initially. I couldn't get out of bed. I could barely walk. So I changed my diet, and 2 weeks later I started feeling much better. After 2 weeks, that's when I really noticed the difference, and I could walk more. After another week or so, that's when the real changes came around, and I could do things. There we go. So it was the diet that came first, and then now that I've been up, moving around, getting more exercise, doing basically just working outside, that I admit could have helped, but that wasn't what did it. It also wasn't any kind of pills or medication. Now, as you can see, the the path is coming along. I had to go inside and get some water, take a break for a little bit, but I trimmed out a little bit while off camera just to let the camera cool off because we are in the sun. I'm going to move this forward to where I am. I'm just focusing on the left-hand side right now. The reason why the path is important is because it the riding mower has to move from the front yard to the backyard, and the only way to get it back to the backyard is this path. So we had to mow everything in the backyard with a push mower because everything was overgrown. The riding mower couldn't have handled that, but now it can. Now the riding mower can keep up with the backyard. But here we'll just keep going because there's still a lot left to do to get this path trimmed out. Now, as I said earlier, I want this to kind of be motivational for people. If you have your own yard and you don't normally keep it up, you just kind of let everything grow up, and you're physically capable, you have kids, they can help, there's really no excuse. It's about motivation. So get out there and get the job done. How your house looks should be a sense of pride in just in yourself. And if you want to get into gardening after you get everything mowed and trimmed out and it all looks good, then great. You know, get into gardening. That's what I plan on doing soon. I was planning on gardening during retirement before all the health issues slowed me down and actually put a stop to all that. But now I'm back on track. At least I feel like I'm back on track. When I drive around town, I see houses that aren't kept up, and I know that, like this instance, I wasn't able to do anything. People might not be capable, and that's why their place looks the way it does. But I mean, I've seen other people who are physically capable and they just don't do it. Let everything build up and get out of control to such an extent that they can't, they don't have the motivation to go out and do it because it's overwhelming. But my answer to that is get out and do a little bit at a time. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Just look at an area just like I did. I started with the mowing, and I'd go outside and I'd mow for 20 minutes because that's all I physically could do. And it took more than a week, but I got it done. And if someone my age and in my condition can do it, you can. And for me, I don't care what neighbors think. I don't care what if someone drives by. I don't care what they think. What I do care about is just having it done for myself. I want a nice house and a nice yard. And eventually, I'll get my woodworking shop going, and I'll start working on projects, and I'll record those videos. But this is recording is, it's a motivator, and it gives me something to do when I'm in the house. Because it takes a while to render the videos, edit them, upload them. And I'm not doing a lot as far as because I'm learning the technology. I used to use Adobe Premiere, and that was a great program when I was in my career. But I just do very simple editing now. I don't have the technology and the equipment that I had available to me when I was working. Okay. In fact, the camera that I'm using, I borrowed from my son. Let me pause this.